Okay, if you remember, or if you had a chance to look at the other clip entitled Backing Up a Course, I showed you how you can take a whole course in its entirety and create a backup of that for use at a later stage. Maybe you want to embed it back into the VLE or into another VLE. If you remember, this was the course, this Bridging Studies, which was a test course we were running, and we used this. So we created a zip backup file of all these, and if you remember, it was saved to the desktop. So what we're going to do now is we're going to restore this back into Moodle, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now we'll just close this window down and we'll open it. The first thing you need to do, and the easiest thing probably, is to get in touch with the Moodle administrator and ask them, set up a course for me and give it the name. In this case we gave it the name, I believe we have the abbreviations up here, BSR, and I think it was Bridging Studies Restored. And if you want to check actually what the name was, you just go in here to the settings and make sure everything is in order. We can select the settings and we can see it's Bridging Studies Restored, BSR, so that's it. That's the name we've given it. We haven't put anything else in because we are going to restore a complete course with all the data and all the information and all the materials that we used. So here we have this blank shell, and we're going to fill this hopefully with the exact same information that I showed you at the beginning of this clip, which was in the Bridging Studies test site. So how do we go about doing that? Well, providing of course you have editing rights, you should be able to see here under administration, right underneath backup, the word restore. So if you select that, you then have an option of making a folder, select all. There's nothing there because you have no folders, no zips, no backups in there. So you need to upload it. So you need to go and get the folder or that zip backup that we made previously and we saved to our desktop. So we browse, we look at the desktop, and we have it up here if you remember the backup bridge. There it is. And this is what we want. We want to put this back in, upload this. And now we should have inside in our new blank course, which has the short name of BSR, Bridging Studies Restored, we now have in our backup, we have the whole backup course that we had done previously. So the next thing is to scroll over here, and we have these options of unzipping, listing, restoring, and renaming. We want to restore this file. Okay, you're about to start to restore it. You will have choices of what to restore and what not. Yes, I want to continue. In this case, it's telling us now this is what we're backing up. We're backing up all this information. That's fine. Continue. Now, restore it to a new course. Well, no, we don't want to restore it because we're in a course we already made up. So deleting it first. Well, there's nothing really to delete because we have nothing in there to delete. All the blocks are empty, so it doesn't really matter. But we will just put adding data to it, so it will put in exactly as it is because there's nothing in there to delete. So we'll just add this current course. We will give it the name. The short name is, as if I remember rightly, was Bridging Studies BS Restored, and the full name was Bridging Studies Restored. Okay, this is not really too important because we've already given it a name, but it'll just anyhow confirm. And we're going to embed all the information we want. Okay, we may not necessarily need the user data, but we'll see that in another clip when we're restoring activities and resources. Then we can focus more on the user data. So we're happy with that, and we will continue. And now it's asking us if we want to restore it. Yes, we will. We'll select that, and hopefully we should have that's confirmation. We scroll down. All of that has been done. It says here restored, completed successfully. So we continue and we'll see what we've got. And the only change I can see from the original, if you bear in mind, if you look at the breadcrumb here, it says Riddle BSR, which is the short name for this new course we set up, which is the Breeding Studies Restored. And if we open up the original, which is this one, we can see the original. Looking at the breadcrumb is Bridge 123, so that's the original. It's all exactly the same. And if we just shut that down again, we can see it's exactly the same. So we restored it exactly as it was. The only difference here, if you look at, we have two news forums, and this is just simply setting up a news forum is a default system. And so really what we should have done then is probably selected restore and delete, and therefore it would have deleted one of those news forums running after. But that's not a problem, it's easy to delete after. But as you see, we have now restored the course completely and exactly as the way it was. And that's how you restore a course that you have backed up.